Hello and welcome to another episode of The Fruit. This episode is dedicated to all the fathers this year. This was given to me as a gift, and I use sourdough for gifts, so maybe you can give your dad a sourdough loaf. It gave me a lot of good tips on how to start my levain, what time to start it, for the best success. I did find it to be a little bit of a hard read, but it also gave me a little more insight and showed great pictures just like this one on what your levain is supposed to look like. And here we have the star of the show. First of all, we have what I named the mother, and then we also have the Donna. Both were given to me as gifts, and I am so grateful to the people who shared these. The Donna has a little bit more sour note, and her consistency is a little more watery, I feel, but this is a week after using, and that's what she looks like coming straight out of the fridge. The mother is a sourdough starter from COVID times. She traveled all the way from Hawaii, and I named her the mother because she has given us so many sourdough families started. Just marking where we're at before we start the levain process. A little chalk mark here. And then I'm just going to add equal parts to each one. With this one, I'm going to put 100 in, and then 100 of water. So we're using bread flour here, high gluten index. Again, this is only for regular sourdough bread. If you're looking into making something that has a little bit less gluten, we'll make another video for a wheat bread or a rye bread. So 1-to-1 ratio here of sourdough and water. And then we're just going to give it a good little mix. I'm going to do the same with the other. Now I did end up using a little less flour in the other because we had a lot of discard left over from last week's bake. And all we have to do now here is just let this rise. Now it's summertime and the ambient temperature in the house is going to be about 75 degrees. I do keep my AC on. However, if it is the room temperature of the house is warmer or hotter, you're going to see that first levain rise rather quickly, especially during the summertime. And here in California, we are getting a lot of heat. So I expect that this is going to double in size in about 4 hours, and we'll be ready to do our bulk fermentation on the counter for probably about 12 hours. So we'll see here. We'll just leave that on the side. And here's just a little picture of what everything looks like. The lids are slightly open, trying to get some air in there, and that is Marbles, the kitty. She is also the star of the show. Thanks for watching.